Hello, welcome back to Palace Bad Mason. To kick off the brand new season, we're going to be doing a Premier League 2022 to 2023 prediction. Honestly, lads, if you're an OG fan of this channel, you would have seen that my prediction capabilities are about as good as a farmyard pig. But you know what? Let's just dive in anyway. But anyway, these predictions are probably going to be 100% wrong. 20th, Bournemouth. Now, I don't know why I don't know why I'm doing this video in late July, because the transfer window has still a month left. But Bournemouth, get out your wallet. Genuinely, you've signed Ryan Fredericks from West Ham. What is this, 2019? I'm not being funny. You did finish second in the Championship, but don't you dare tell me that you deserved it. Your form since Christmas was pretty bad. Even losing in the FA Cup to Boreham Wood. Really? You've lost an experienced centre-back in Gary Cahill. No Palace bias there. Honestly, Bournemouth, spend some money. Honestly, and Scott Parker. Yeah, he might be one of the youngest managers in the league, but what are Klopp and Pep Guardiola going to do with him? They're just going to shred him into pieces. They're going to eat him up for breakfast, mate. Honestly, if Bournemouth don't go down, I will chuck an entire packet of flour over my head. Why did I just say that? 19th, Leeds United. Leeds, it's a massive call. But they have lost two key players this season. Selling Rafinha to Barcelona and Calvin Phillips to Man City. Two signings that I didn't really see coming. And two signings that I didn't really see Leeds. I don't think Leeds saw coming, if I'm honest with you. They have cashed in big, and they've spent money on Tyler Adams, is it, from Leipzig? And they've spent money on a couple of other players, but I just don't think it will make up for the massive loss. You've still got an injury-prone Patrick Bamford up front. Yes, Geldhart did prove himself a little bit last season, but I just don't think it'll be enough. Personally, I don't rate Jesse Marsch. And also, first season they did impress. Last season they nearly went down, finishing 17th. So I think it's a bit of a downgrade again, going down to 19th, back down to the Championship. Sorry, Leeds, don't go chucking bricks through my window. 18th, Fulham. Sorry, lads. Listen, the only reason why I put Fulham here is for a couple of reasons. One, Marco Silva, he was about as useful as a chocolate teapot last time he was in the Premier League with Everton. He was terrible as a manager. Also, Alexander Mitrovic, he's not a Premier League goal scorer. I'm sorry. He did improve in the Championship, scoring over, 40 goals was it? It was mental. But, Mitrovic is not a Premier League goal scorer. I'm sorry. And yes, this is the first time that Fulham have been promoted 3 times now. Consecutively. 3 times now. Honestly, third time lucky? No. And yes, it does seem wise putting Fulham here, but I am no clever man. So Fulham, I'm sorry, but you're going to Shrewsbury next season. 17th, Brentford. I have never met a Brentford fan in my entire life. I don't know what their mood is for the upcoming season, but you've lost your main player, I'm sorry. Christian Eriksen was there for 6 months, not even that, and he turned your season around. It's arguably keeping you up last season. And alright, you've spent money, you signed Ben Mee from Burnley, and you spent £15 million on another player, but honestly, you will stay up by a mouse's eyelash, I'm sorry, but you're in a head race with Fulham, your London rivals. You are in a bit of a clash with Fulham, and literally, I wouldn't be surprised if you went down. And second season syndrome, it really is a thing. 16th, Brighton. I feel violently ill. Actually, having that club crest on my phone, it feels about as natural as licking dog food off a toilet seat. Honestly, it's just so wrong, so wrong. But anyway, Palace bias aside, I don't think Brighton are going to have a very good season. You've let go your most talented midfielder in your Bissouma, and have you replaced him? I don't think you have. You haven't really signed many players, so yeah, not a great season for Brighton. But staying up, I'd take it. 15th, Aston Villa. 15th, good Christ, who wants to finish 15th? Probably the most stale place you can finish in the Premier League table. I just don't know what it is with Villa. I don't really have any evidence to back up this placement. I just think towards the end of last season, you fell down a little bit, and I don't think you understand how much that could affect a club's morale. You have done all right in pre-season, and you've signed a few players, but I think you're going to have a steady-ish season under Steven Gerrard. But last season, you started to fall down a little bit, and that's probably the main reason why I put you 15th. Sorry, lads. 14th, Everton. I'm sorry, lads, but if you're expecting to be competing for top half straight away, not a chance. You just spent the back half of last season getting smacked all round by clubs up and down the country, finishing 16th in the Premier League, one of your worst ever finishes ever in the top flight. Honestly, Everton, they're not... If I was an Everton fan and you told me 14th, I would take it. I would take it and give a good bash at the cup competitions. Why not? Literally, right, Everton. And also, you've sold Richarlison. Okay, you've signed James Tarkowski from Burnley. Yes, he's a bit of a decent defensive reinforcement, but he's just going to be another Michael Keane. Not a very good centre-back, I don't think. I don't rate him at all. Like, Richarlison, all right, you've cashed in, but you're not going to spend any more money because of your rules and regulations in the Premier League about finances. So, honestly, Everton... I would be a bit concerned going into the new season, but I still don't think you're going to go down. Don't think there's any threat of that. But the only reason why I think that is because, literally, there's clubs lower down worse than you. That being said, though, if Everton finish in the top half of the Premier League this season, then I promise I will eat an entire cucumber right on camera, one of my worst foods ever. So, if Everton finish in the top half, I'll eat an entire one of them. Honestly, it's not going to happen. Oh, good God, what have I done? 13th, Nottingham Forest. Listen, lads, there's a lot rooting for Nottingham Forest right now, and that can carry you far. They've addressed their goalkeeper situation with Sam leaving, and then they've signed Dean Henderson from Manchester United on loan. Jesse Lingard, yes, he does beg for cash. He begs for cash all the time, but he is a solid midfielder for a newly promoted team from playoffs. Nottingham Forest, there's always that one Premier League team that finished quite highly in the league just after coming up. Obviously, you had Leeds when they come up, Wolves finished in 7th place. You've got Sheffield United when they come up that one time, and Huddersfield as well. They finished like 15th once, didn't they? So, you know what I mean. Nottingham Forest, I'm rooting for them. They've got a good chance of finishing quite high in the Premier League this season, and I won't be surprised if they finish higher than what I've put them. But 13th in the league, I think if you're a Forest fan, you take it. 12th, Wolves. Look, Bruno Lage is a good boss, all right. He did a very, very good job with Wolves last season. I'm expecting more of the same this time out, but yeah, we'll see. Not much more to be said. Moving on. Time for my club. 11th, Crystal Palace. Lads, look, I couldn't be completely biased in this video. I'm going to be very realistic and just say that, you know, I would have put Palace higher, but due to the improvement of the clubs above us, I don't think we will finish in the top half this year. I mean, I would love to see it, and I'd love Palace to prove me wrong. We've signed Shape Decore, a brilliant signing, and Sam Johnston and Malcolm Ebioe, as we've pointed out. What's his name? Richards from Bayern Munich should be announced any day now. But Crystal Palace, listen, 11th in the league. I will take it. I think it's not our best finish in the Premier League, but not our worst. Definitely not by a long chalk. So I would put Palace 11th. I know you guys are going to be a bit disappointed with me, but this is where I think we fit pretty well. 10th, Southampton. They've got one of the best free kick takers in the league in James Ward-Prowse. They've signed a lot. They've signed Joe Aribo from Rangers, a Palace target. Bit gutted about that still, but we've got to move on. Joe Aribo, brilliant player for Rangers last season, obviously scored in the Europa League final. Moving to Southampton, I think it'll be great for him. And Southampton have gone with the youth this window, and I think Ralph Hasenhüttl will be great at working with them. And now Ralph Hasenhüttl's been at Southampton for a while, obviously through thick and thin. I think that this season will be quite steady for Southampton, and a 10th place finish, I would take it with open arms if I was a Southampton fan, because since they made Europe a few years ago, they haven't been the best really in the league. So I'd go 10th for Southampton. Top half appearance for you. 9th, Leicester. Probably one of the most controversial decisions on this list. Lads, listen, this is Leicester's first season in 3 where they're not in Europe. For me, that's a bit of a strain on their morale. And also, you know, Jamie Vardy, one of their top scorers, he's in his mid-30s now. For a man who relies on pace, I'm intrigued. Brendan Rodgers, I think, will give them a good season. Ninth usually would be an absolutely stunning season for Leicester, but seeing as it's in the shadow of a recent miracle, like, you know, 6 years ago in the league, it's a bit awful, isn't it? Like, obviously, Leicester, when they were fighting for top 4, when they were making Europa League, they didn't want Rodgers to be the manager anymore. And I don't like Brendan Rodgers, really, to be honest with you. But 9th, good season for Leicester, I'd say. And especially with the likely sale of Yuri Tielemans as well. 8th, Newcastle. Lads, my hair, nice now. Lads, this is a toss-up. This one really is. Because I got some negative Newcastle fans telling me, oh no, this is the season we're definitely not going to finish 8th. We're not even going to get top half. But to contrast that, I've got some positive Newcastle fans telling me, why are you putting us this low? We're getting Europe for sure. So as a result, lads, I'm going straight down the middle. And the thing is, right, you've got such a good manager. Eddie Howe, right, took you from bottom of the league when he took over to 11th by signing some really good players. And yes, you're now the richest club on planet Earth. It's very shocking to know, but you have. And you've upgraded your squad massively. You don't even have to go through the signings. You all know Newcastle are going to finish 8th in the league. I'm pretty sure of that. And if they don't, I'll be very shocked. But I don't think they're going to get Europe just because the 7 teams above them are top class. 7th, West Ham. I think this is going to be another steady season now. I don't think that West Ham are going to finish anywhere above 7th. The only reason being, and I know people are going to be disappointed, but the only reason why I'm saying that is because I think that they'll go quite far in the Conference League this year, making Europa League quarterfinals a bit of a statement, and I think they'll make... I think they'll make the semi-finals of the Conference League at least, and I think that's what they'll take priority over towards the end of the season. That's what I think might push them down into 7th. So, we're left with the big 6. This is where people are going to either love me or hate me, but here we go. 6th, Manchester United. Man United fans are going to absolutely hate me. But look, okay, the future for Cristiano Ronaldo is uncertain. You've signed a couple of players, but are they Premier League proven? No. The morale from last season is going to be pretty low. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralph Rangnick didn't do great jobs last season. And I just think it's going to be more of the same. And obviously, I think your club is good enough for Europa League. So with that in mind, I think you might go quite far in the cup competitions as well. I just can't see United finishing anywhere above 6th. I really can't. And it's a bit embarrassing for a club like Manchester United as well. But seriously, I can't think of anywhere to put them above 6th. Sorry lads, but got to face reality, I'm afraid. 5th, Tottenham Hotspur. Look, Tottenham, okay, the reason why I put you 5th, I know you're going to be angry because I've obviously put Arsenal in 4th place, but you've signed a lot of players, granted, but not a lot of them are Champions League proven. And they are Premier League proven, but not Champions League proven. Viz Basuma, and I think the Champions League will take its toll on Tottenham this season. Viz Basuma from Brighton, he's a very good Premier League player. Richarlison, a decent Premier League player. Jed Spence, I think he'll be a good Premier League player. Clement Longley from Barcelona, Champions League proven player. Like, do you know what I mean? I just think the Champions League will take its toll on Tottenham, and I think they'll try too hard in the Champions League and not very hard in the Premier League. I don't think they'll get 4th, and to be fair, you can't look past Arsenal's signings this season. So, I'm going to put Tottenham in 5th place and back in the Europa League. Unless if a miracle happens and you win the Champions League, but yeah, sorry lads. 4th, Arsenal. Listen, right, if you'd have told an Arsenal fan this time 2 years ago that within 2 years they'd be finishing in the top four again, mate, they'd have told you to shut up. But, right, Arsenal signings this season, oh wow, they've won the transfer window for me. Signing Gabriel Jesus from Man City, what a pull, what a pull. I know it's been a bit easier because City have signed Haaland from Borussia Dortmund, but Jesus is a massive signing. Bringing in Zinchenko at left back, so you haven't got to watch Kieran Tierney or Nuno Tavares every week. Or, God forbid, Syed Kolasinac. So, do you know what I mean? That's good. You've signed Fabio Vieira from Porto, 30 million quid. You signed youngster Marquinhos, who can play on the right. I think Arsenal transfer window has been absolutely brilliant. And to think they've got a month left of the window still to spend money. And the only player you've let go, really, is Bern Leno. I think that's really about it. And he ain't even a massive loss. It's been a massive transfer window for Arsenal this season. And I won't be surprised if they finish higher than fourth. But back to where you finished under Arsene Wenger, lads. Third, Chelsea. Listen, the only reason why I put Chelsea above Arsenal for me is because Chelsea have gone out there and addressed their problems in the team. They've, they've had to deal with the heartbreak of Real Madrid in the Champions League, FA Cup final against Liverpool. Obviously, I'm glad they did beat Palace in the semi-final, but they've addressed their problems. On the left wing, they've signed Raheem Sterling from Man City. That is a massive pull. Absolutely massive. And for me, Werner was on the left. Wasn't really a left winger for me. Always a striker. You've let go Andres Christensen and Antonio Rudiger to Barcelona and Real Madrid respectively. And you've replaced him with Koulibaly from Napoli. Again, a massive signing. If you can get either Koundé or Kimpembe in, I think that'll be a brilliant transfer window for Chelsea. A huge success. But this will be the third successive season where you finish third in the Premier League, and I'd take it with open arms. Second, Man City. Oh, lads, bit of a twist to the tail, eh? Now look, this is a massive toss-up again. These predictions, like I said at the start of the video, referring back to what I said, is that probably be 100% wrong. But Man City, right, the gap between Man City and Liverpool is so small, any little change might open the gap up. And I think the amount of players that Man City have let go has sort of, changed that a little bit. Letting go Raheem Sterling and Alexander Zinchenko. I know City can rotate. They've got squad depth in all sorts of places, but the squad has been the same, really, like with one new addition a year for the past few years. I know Man City, they've signed Calvin Phillips, they've signed Erling Haaland, and they shouldn't compete. But lads, there's one more team to talk about, and boy do they compete. And I actually think they'll do better than Man City this season. Trust me, because I think Man City will be going for the Champions League this season as well. First, Liverpool. I think the title race between Man City and Liverpool will be going right till May, but I think Liverpool will edge it. And the fact that they haven't won the Premier League in front of their fans before, because last time was in lockdown, I think that they'll want to do it this time. Yes, they've let go Sadio Mane, and Darwin Núñez hasn't looked all that good in pre-season. But Luis Diaz, yes, they signed him in January, but I think he will be on fire this season. Diogo Jota, Mo Salah. Providing none of them get injured, I think Liverpool are going to win the league. And they've got, I think, arguably a better defence than Liverpool. And than Man City, sorry. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, Robertson. Literally, it's been the same for a few years now, but it's so good that you just can't compete with it. And I think Liverpool are going to win the Premier League this season. So guys, do you agree with my predictions? I don't think you will, but if you do, leave a comment below. And if you support a different club that's not Crystal Palace, then leave your comment below on where you think you'll finish in the league. Let's get a little conversation going in the comments. And even if you're not a follower of a club that's not in the Premier League, have a comment down below where you think your club will finish, and I'll try and get back to you, alright? 20-minute video. This is the longest video on the channel. Next video will be on Saturday, where I'll be vlogging, 100% vlogging, my first vlog of the season. Crystal Palace against Montpellier, pre-season friendly, last pre-season friendly before Arsenal game on the 5th of August. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, share and subscribe. I wanted to make it a long video to make up for the lack of videos. And I thought this one would match it. So leave a comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. I'm trying to hit 300 subscribers before the Arsenal game. Bye bye, people.